Hello guys, so இன்னைக்கு நம்ம setting up of business entities and closure subjectல chapter 2 types of companies பார்க்க போறோம். So types of companies is an important chapter. So it consists of up to 11 marks in the exam. 11 to 12 marks வந்து இந்த chapterல இருந்து வரும். So it is an important chapter. So நம்ம introductionல move பண்ணோம்னா we have the important topics and the types of companies. Okay, so நான் இந்த வீடியோல இருந்து நான் வந்து மார்க்கர் வச்சு மார்க் பண்ணி சொல்ல தர போகிறதில்ல, ஏன்னா it takes time. அதை நான் அட்ஜஸ்ட் பண்ணிக்கிட்டு இருக்கிறதுக்கு அதுக்கு நேரமாகும். ஸோ we are going to jump straight in the video. நீங்கள் வந்து பக்கத்தில் புக்கு வச்சுட்டு நீங்கள் வந்து பாருங்கள், it will be easy. நான் வந்து இன்ஸ்டிடியூட்டில் கொடுக்குற புக்கோட மாடியூல் தான் நான் வந்து யூஸ் பண்ணுறேன். ஸோ it will be easy. So yeah. So introduction the companies, there are 3 types of companies. Ellarkum theriyum, there are 3 types of companies. We have the private company. Private company is under section 2 clause 68. So what is a private company? A private company that is prohibited to make invitation to the public. So the private company which is prohibited to make invitation to the public, and it has a restriction to transfer of shares. So நம்ம போக இத பத்தி நம்ம படிப்போம். தனித்தனியா what is a private company, what is a public company, and what is an one person company we will study. And what is a public company? A public company is under section 2 clause 71, and which is not a private company is known as the public company. எது வந்து ஒரு private company இல்லையோ அதுதான் வந்து public company. And OPC company which is one person company to be formed as private company. So it is under section 2 clause 62. It is a nominee company. Okay, it doesn't have members, it doesn't have shareholders கிடையாது, members கிடையாது, but அதில் இருக்கிற ஒரு பேர் வந்து the one person who is known as the nominee. அதில் ஜாயின் பண்ணணும்னா ஒரு நாமினியாக தான் ஜாயின் பண்ணணும். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் இப்போ ஒரு ஒன் பர்சன் கம்பெனி இருக்குது, அதோட ஓனர் இருக்கார், அவருக்கு அடுத்து அவரோட சன்னோ இல்லை அடுத்த ஒரு பர்சன் வராருன்னா அவர் பேர் தான் வந்து நாமினி. ஸோ நம்ம பார்த்தோன்னா ஒரு சப்சிடரி கம்பெனி ஒரு ப்ரைவேட் கம்பெனி இருக்குது, அதோட சப்சிடரி வந்து ஒரு பப்ளிக் கம்பெனி இருக்குது, அதோட சப்சிடரி வந்து ஒரு ப்ரைவேட் கம்பெனியாக இருந்துச்சுன்னா அந்த ப்ரைவேட் கம்பெனி எப்படி கூப்பிடுவாங்க அப்படின்னா they will call it as deemed public company. I will repeat, ஒரு பப்ளிக் கம்பெனி இருக்குது, அதோட சப்சிடியரி இருக்குல்ல, அதுக்கு ஒரு சப்சிடியரி இருக்குது, அந்த சப்சிடியரி கம்பெனி வந்து ஒரு ப்ரைவேட் கம்பெனியாக இருக்குது. ஸோ இந்த ப்ரைவேட் கம்பெனியை என்ன சொல்லி கூப்பிடுவாங்க? இட் இஸ் கால்ட் அஸ் டீம்டு பப்ளிக் கம்பெனி. ஓகே, அது வந்து பப்ளிக் கம்பெனியாக மாறாது, ஆனால் இட் வில் பி கால்ட் அஸ் டீம்டு பப்ளிக் கம்பெனி. நெக்ஸ்ட் we have the meaning of a company. So what is the meaning of a company? A company limited by shares, a company limited by guarantee, and unlimited company. So these are the types of company. Okay, these are the classifications of company. So in the classifications of company நம்ம இப்போ வந்து more deeper நம்ம வந்து பார்க்க போகிறோம். So we have the classifications of company here. Firstly we have classification on the basis of incorporation. We have 2 types, which is statutory company and registered company. Statutory company, which is they are constituted by a special act of parliament. So this word is important. They are constituted by a special act of parliament or state legislature. The provisions of the Companies Act 2013 and do not apply to them. So the types of companies, என்னென்ன statutory companies இருக்கு? We have LIC, we have RBI. So these are the types of statutory company. And the second type is registered companies. What are registered companies? The companies which are incorporated under the Companies Act 2013 or under any previous company law and registered with the Register of Companies fall under this category. Next we have the classification on the basis of liability. We have 3 types of liability based companies, which is unlimited company which has no liability, and companies limited by guarantee, and the companies limited by shares. Next we have the other forms of company. First form in a section 8 company. Section 8 companies are the profit வந்து பார்க்காத company. Profit வந்து எங்களுக்கு profit தேவையில்லை அப்படின்னு சொல்கிற company. They don't seek profits, which are the promotion of commerce, art, science, welfare, charity center, trust, protection of environment, research, social welfare. So these are the types of section 8 companies. And next one is we have government company. So government company, it is under section 2 clause 45. So which is a company in which not less than 51% of the paid up share capital is held by the central government. So or government company which is not less than 51% of the paid up share capital is held by the central government or by any state government or governments, or partly by the central government or partly by the state government or most state governments, and includes a company which is subsidiary company or such a government company. Okay, next we have the foreign company. So it is under section 2 clause 42. A foreign company, which means the company or the body corporate incorporated outside India, which is a important word. So it is incorporated outside India, which has a place of business in India, whether by itself or through an agent, okay, and conducts any business activity in India in any other manner, okay. For example, Amazon, these are like, it is a foreign company, but the place of business is also in India, okay. Next we have the holding and subsidiary company. So what is a holding and subsidiary company here? A holding company is under section, so a subsidiary company is under section 2 clause 87. அதுக்கு முன்னாடி holding company is under section 2 clause 47. Okay, so a holding company in relation to one or more other companies means a company of which companies are subsidiary companies, and the expression company includes any body corporate. So a subsidiary company is which it controls the composition of board of directors of the company. ஸோ சப்சிடரி கம்பெனி அப்படின்னா என்னென்னா, அதோட ஹோல்டிங் கம்பெனி வந்து சப்சிடரி கம்பெனியில் என்னென்ன கண்ட்ரோல் பண்ணணும்னா, இட் கண்ட்ரோல்ஸ் தி கம்போசிஷன் ஆஃப் போர்ட் ஆஃப் டைரக்டர்ஸ் ஆர் எக்ஸசைசஸ் ஆஃப் கண்ட்ரோல்ஸ் மோர் தென் 1/2 ஆஃப் த total voting power, which is 1/2, which is 50% or more of the total voting power, either at its own or together with one or more of its subsidiary companies, okay. And next we have the associate companies or joint venture companies. So it is the it means in which the other company has significant influence, but which is not a subsidiary company having such influence, and includes a joint venture company. So evlo vandu significant influence irukum, it means control of at least 20% of total voting power. Holding company na paadikku mela control irukum of the total voting power of the company, but in the case of associate or joint venture company, the significant influence means a control of 20%, okay. And the investment company, what is an investment company? So an investment company is, it is a principal business in the acquisition of shares, debentures or other securities, and a company will be deemed to be principally engaged in the business of acquisition of shares, debentures and other securities, okay. Producer company, a producer company means a body corporate having objects or activities specified in section 378B of the Companies Act, okay. And Nidhi company, a Nidhi company is a type of company in the Indian non-banking finance sector recognized under section 406 of Companies Act 2013. Their core business is borrowing and lending money between their members. So their core business is borrowing and lending money between their members. They are also known as the permanent fund, benefit fund, mutual benefit funds and mutual benefit company, okay. Next we have the dormant company. A dormant company which is formed and registered under the act for a future project, okay, or to hold an asset or intellectual property, and which has not been carrying on any business or operation, or has not made any significant accounting transaction during the last 2 financial years, and has not filed financial statements and annual returns during the last 2 financial years. So dormant company na கடந்த 2 வருஷமா எந்த ஒரு financial statement எந்த ஒரு annual return இல்லாத ஒரு company, it is known as dormant company, which is also known as an inactive company, okay. Next we have the non-banking financial company, NBFC. So they are engaged in the business of loans and advances, acquisition of shares, stock, bonds, debentures, securities issued by the government, etc. Okay, mainly they are mainly engaged in the business of loans and advances. Next we have the listed company. Listed company means a company which has any of its securities listed on any recognized stock exchange. So provided that such class of companies which have listed or intend to list such class of securities as may be prescribed in the consultation with the Securities and Exchange Board shall not be considered as listed companies. Next we have the small company. It is an important company to read. So the MCA for the ease of doing business has revised the definition. So what is the definition here? A small company, it is a paid up share capital which does not exceed 2 crore rupees or such higher amount as may be prescribed, which shall not be more than 10 crore rupees, and the turnover of which of the profit and loss account for the immediately preceding financial year does not exceed 20 crore rupees or such higher amount as may be prescribed, which shall not be more than 100 crore rupees. ஸோ ஒரு ஸ்மால் கம்பெனி வந்து நான் இப்போ சொல்ல போகிற 3 டைப் ஆஃப் கம்பெனி கூட வந்து இட் வில் நாட் அப்ளை தீஸ், இந்த 2 பெய்ட் அப் ஷேர் கேபிட்டல் அண்ட் டர்ன் ஓவர் வந்து எந்தெந்த கம்பெனிஸ்க்கு வந்து அப்ளை ஆகாது? a holding company, provided that nothing in this clause shall apply to a holding company or a subsidiary company. Second, a company registered under section 8. Third, a company or body corporate governed by any special act. What is that company? LIC, RBI, etc. Private company is under section 2 clause 68. It restricts the right to transfer its shares. A private company which restricts the right to transfer its shares, and except OPC company, number of members are limited to 200. Next one is 2 or more persons holding one share is treated as a single person in a private company, and it prohibits any invitation to the public. What invitation to the public? Invitation for subscribing for any securities of the company. Next we have the characteristics of a private company. What are the characteristics? Members. So to start a company, minimum number of members should be 2 and is required at maximum number of members should be 200. Liability, perpetual succession, index of members, a number of directors, paid up capital, prospectors, commencement of business, name of the company's name should end with the word private limited. So you can just read it. Easy புரிஞ்சுக்கலாம். Process of incorporation of a private company. So there is a new term called the form SPICE plus for incorporation of the private companies. Okay, so it is introduced newly. புதுசாக வந்து ஃபார்ம் ஸ்பைஸ் ப்ளஸ் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு ஆரம்பிச்சிருக்காங்க. எதுக்குன்னா கம்பெனிஸ் வந்து ப்ரைவேட் கம்பெனிஸ் வந்து இன்கார்பரேட் பண்ணுறதுக்கு ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுறதுக்கு இது வந்து ஆரம்பித்தாங்க, ரீப்ளேஸ் பண்ணி ஆரம்பித்தாங்க ஓல்டு ஃபார்ம். என்ன ஃபார்ம் அது? இ ஃபார்ம் ஸ்பைஸ் ப்ளஸ் கிடையாது, இ ஃபார்ம் ஸ்பைஸ். ஸோ இ ஃபார்ம் ஸ்பைஸை ரீப்ளேஸ் பண்ணி புது ஃபார்ம் ஸ்பைஸ் ப்ளஸ் விச் இஸ் அ வெப் ஃபார்ம் ஆரம்பித்தாங்க. ஸோ இந்த ஸ்பைஸ் ப்ளஸ் இட் ஆஃபர்ஸ் 11 சர்வீசஸ் பை த சென்ட்ரல் கவர்மெண்ட். ஸோ அதோட அட்வான்டேஜஸ் என்னென்னா இட் ஹேஸ் சேவிங் டைம், ப்ரொசீஜர்ஸ், cost for the starting of business is all low, is all less in India. So SPICE plus form, இதோட full form என்னன்னா simplified pro forma for incorporating company electronically plus that plus இருக்குல்ல, it is plus which is INC 32 the form number. Okay, and it contains E memorandum of association in the form number INC 33 and E articles in the form INC 34. So this is a brief explanation on this process of incorporation of a private company. You read panninga, it will be easier. And we also have the Agile Pro S. It is the INC 35 containing application for registration of the following numbers. So enna register pannuna GST, PAN, TAN idana register pannirukku etc. So இது வந்து the steps to apply to the SPICE plus இது நீங்க ரீட் பண்ணீங்கனாலே போதும். It can be understood easily. What is run? Run service is a simple and easy to use web service for reserving a name for change of name for any existing company. So these can be read. Next one, the public company. So what is a public company? A public company which is not a private company is known as the public company. So it has a minimum paid up share capital as prescribed. It can be formed for any lawful purpose by 7 or more persons. So a public company is a company which is not a private company and has a minimum paid up share capital as may be prescribed. So this is the definition of a public company. So nama characteristics of public company pathona, it has the board of directors which should not be more than 15, limited liability, number of members, transferable shares, lifespan, financial privacy, capital, etc. So incorporation of private company, minimum shareholders 7, minimum directors 3. So then you read panning. And we have the 1% company. So what is a 1% company? It is it is begun by the JJ Irani expert committee, and avanga vandu they suggested to provide a simpler legal regime of the OPC through exemptions. Okay, it is important here. And 1% company means a company which has only one person as a member. So these are the incorporation of OPC, etc. Nidhi company. What is a Nidhi company? A Nidhi company means a company which has been incorporated as a Nidhi with the object of cultivating the habit of thrift and saving amongst its members, receiving deposits from and lending to its members only for their mutual benefit, and which complies with the rules made by the central government for regulation of such class of companies. This is known as a Nidhi company. The primary object of Nidhis is to carry on the business of accepting deposits and lending money to member borrowers only against jewels, etc., and mortgage of property. Okay, and next we have, so the central government has exempted applicability of various provisions of the act to private company, Nidhi company, section 8 company, and government company. Producer companies. So the producer companies are it is the commencement date of section 52. It is related to insertion of So producer company அப்படினா, for example, the companies or the group of people who are the farmers, agriculturists. So these are the producer companies. Okay. Next we have the foreign companies. A foreign company is any company or body corporate incorporated outside India which has a place of business in India, whether by itself or through an agent physically or through electronic mode, and conducts any business activity in India in any other manner. This is known as a foreign company. So yeah guys, we have come to the end of this chapter. So முக்கியமான கொஷின்ஸ்லாம் என்னென்னா, ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் வாட் இஸ் அ ப்ரைவேட் கம்பெனி, வாட் இஸ் அ ஸ்மால் கம்பெனி, வாட் இஸ் த டிஃப்ரென்ஸ் பிட்வீன் பப்ளிக் அண்ட் ப்ரைவேட் கம்பெனி. உங்களுக்கு வேணும்னா சொல்லுங்கள், நான் வந்து இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் கொஷின்ஸ் ஃப்ரம் திஸ் சாப்டர் நான் டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணுறேன். ஏற்கனவே இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் கொஷின்ஸ் ஃப்ரம் தி அதர் சாப்டர் இப்போ நான் போன வீடியோவில் நான் போட்டிருக்கேன், நீங்கள் அதை செக் பண்ணி பார்க்கலாம். Until then, thank you guys for watching the video. ஃபுல்லாக பார்த்ததுக்கு thank you, and do share, subscribe and like and comment down below ஏதாவது சாப்டர் வந்து போஸ்ட் பண்ணணும். Thank you so much.